So I've done a few videos on like the nice guy and also overgiving and this kind of sacrificial masculinity that's overdoing, attempting to get love, recognition, connection, likability. I just want to explore a little bit about what's underneath that and also the solution to this, because I feel a lot of men suffer in this condition. And the first thing is not to judge it. It's like when somebody brings up some criticism or has some comment on this, that you're being a nice guy or such and such is happening, then there's a deeper root to this, a much deeper root. And its origin is almost always in childhood. And it comes from early attachment. This desire to be loved is a survival need. Without the love of the mother and the father, then there's no contact with the body, with the ground, with the safety, with the nourishment of life. And so we overextend ourselves in order to acclimatize to the family environment to get our needs met. Now this adaptation becomes a habit, becomes an unconscious mechanism, becomes an identity and a way of being. And over the years we start to believe that this is who we are because we got so used to these characteristics, these behaviors, forgetting that this was an early adaptation, an attempt to win the love, affection, and ultimately the safety and protection of the family. So this is the first thing to address. The origin of the nice guy and the adult man, or the kind of the boy man who's not fully established his spine, his identity, his erectness in life, his full sense of pride and dignity, is because he was giving his soul away, giving part of his self-expression away in order to get the love that he felt he needed as a boy. So the solution, first of all, notice what's happening, notice the game, notice the image, notice the behavior, notice the habits that have been in play, and you can see all of this stuff in the consequences through the relationships that you've been having, how you've been having them. And then come back to that space of self-honoring, reconnecting back to your own intrinsic vitality and self-love, self as love. Recognize you no longer need to adapt, that you are more than enough, you are love itself. And when you can sit on the throne of your masculinity in your own honor, self-respect and pride, dignity, and relax into this energy of self-connection, then you no longer need to adapt or perform or overgive or be a nice guy or please or pretend or any of these masks that you may have been wearing in the past. So the solution is a simple recognition that it was a childhood adaptation. It no longer needs to take place. I am love itself, and I can sit on the throne of my own presence. And from here, I radiate love. I give love. But it's not an overgiving. It's not a giving to get back. It's not a giving as a need. It's a giving because it's a natural consequence of being yourself, this overflowing nature, abundant nature of life, and its natural radiance. So hopefully this is useful. If you are really interested in this stuff, I've got a 7-week journey. It's called Awakening Masculinity, Awakening Man, Fire in the Belly, Balls and Heart, integrating, realigning ourselves with our spine, our energy, our vitality. It's a 7-week online journey with videos and some Zoom community connection, possibly one-to-one if you want that as well. So that will take place when we've gathered enough men who are ready for this journey. Lots of love to you all, and goodbye for now.